Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on location at Crayon Campus Childcare. And real special thanks to Jocelyn Johnson for hosting us here this morning. We're so delighted to be with you and your staff and the cute kids who are in every room. With me today are Lincoln Little's Executive Director, Ann Brandt, as well as our Planning and Development Services Director, David Carey. We're here because we believe that access to high-quality, affordable childcare is fundamental to supporting our working families in Lincoln, as well as to giving our littlest residents the best possible start in life. And that's why my administration directed a portion of our American Rescue Plan Act funds to grow our childcare workforce, to offer childcare tuition assistance for working families, and to build the capacity of Lincoln's early childhood education network. This morning, we are thrilled to share more details about two initiatives that will strengthen families, children, and futures in Lincoln. First, the City of Lincoln will allocate $250,000 to Lincoln Littles to provide tuition assistance for as many as 83 children, which helps remove barriers to employment and help more working families afford high-quality early childhood education. Second, my administration will propose zoning changes that make it easier to open a wonderful childcare like this one or to expand an existing center. So to kick things off, I'd like to invite Lincoln Little's Executive Director, Ann Brandt, to share more about what these new city investments mean for working families and the early childhood education landscape in Lincoln. Ann, thank you so much for your leadership.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Mayor. Malika Lockett is the primary earner for her family and works at a local child care center. As a mother of 3 children, she understands the steep cost of child care in a very real way. When Malika returned from maternity leave, she faced a difficult question. Could she afford to continue in the field she loves, or would she need to leave the workforce altogether? Lincoln Little's tuition assistance helped bridge that gap, covering a portion of her child care costs so she could keep doing the work she's passionate about, teaching and caring for young children. Malika's story is just one example of the more than 250 families currently receiving Lincoln Little's tuition assistance. Families may qualify for our program if their child is under the age of 6, not yet in school, and the family's gross income is at or below 80% of the area median income. In Lincoln, that's $86,000 a year for a family of 4. In addition to long-term assistance, Lincoln Little's also sets aside funds for families facing short-term emergencies. For example, if a parent who typically pays full tuition suddenly loses their job or faces a medical crisis, Lincoln Little's tuition assistance can step in for a few months, ensuring their child can stay in care until the family regains financial stability. We are so pleased that the city is proposing zoning changes to make it easier to open or expand child care businesses. Lincoln Little's frequently hears from individuals who dream of starting a child care program but struggle to navigate the complex zoning rules. One inspiring example is St. Matthew's Church. They wanted to transform their unused space in their education wing into a child care center to serve neighborhood families, but zoning restrictions related to parking made that difficult. So Lincoln Little's and St. Matthew's worked together with the Planning Commission to waive that barrier. The city's proposed updates will continue to make it easier for others to do the same in the future. Our community needs more childcare options. By removing these barriers, we can expand access to quality early childhood education and empower more parents to participate in the workforce. Lincoln Little's is deeply grateful to the city for its current and past support, both for the funding that changes the lives of Lincoln's families and for the thoughtful efforts to clear the pathway for more child care centers to open their doors for local children. When Lincoln invests early, we build a stronger future for everyone. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Anne. I just want to acknowledge that early childhood education was identified as a priority of the Lincoln community a number of years ago through the Prosper Lincoln effort, and thanks to the Lincoln Community Foundation and the team at Lincoln Littles, that includes Suzanne Schneider, we are making progress and really appreciate all that you've been doing to build capacity in our community.
Thank you.
And we want to help with that capacity. So I want to next invite up our Planning and Development Services Director, David Carey, to share more about our proposed changes that will help expand existing centers or help people open new ones so that we continue to grow the supply of high-quality early childhood education in our community. David, thank you for your leadership on this issue.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Yes, thank you, Mayor. Access to safe, affordable childcare is essential for working parents, and we know that many families struggle to find open spots. These proposed zoning changes are designed to make it easier to expand existing childcare centers and open new ones across Lincoln while maintaining safety and neighborhood compatibility. We focused on 3 goals: expanding capacity, increasing the number of daycares by creating flexibility, and speeding up approvals. The first change we'd like to make to the zoning code would increase the availability of childcare by expanding the capacity of in-home daycares from 15 to 20 children. We would also allow them to be approved administratively, reducing the time to open or expand childcare facilities. A second change would also provide existing buildings, such as churches and community centers, more opportunities for childcare by allowing up to 50 children through an administrative approval, again, reducing the time to open or expand a childcare facility. The next changes are designed to increase the number of daycares by allowing greater flexibility to those who wish to open or expand a daycare. Adjusting requirements to allow the use of existing parking instead of automatically adding to the required parking will create opportunities for more and expanded child care centers. We are also proposing to remove the requirement that daycares with 21 or more children be located on an Ontario street. Here again, this creates more opportunities for additional child care locations and expansion of existing child care locations throughout our community. We plan to present these zoning changes to the Planning Commission at the December 3rd meeting. From there, we anticipate the City Council will hold public hearing and vote on them in January. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Director Carey, to you and our team. You have done such an amazing job of lifting up these possibilities for streamlining our approach to supporting childcare expansion and growth in our community. We couldn't have done this without you and your team. All right, we are pleased to bring forward these changes. We're so pleased to be helping be a part of the Lincoln Littles effort to provide tuition assistance to more families in our communities so that we can support our workforce and our littlest residents. And with that, we'd be so happy to take any questions from the media. Thank you for being here.
And I have a question for you. So will this funding for tuition assistance help you fund 83 more families, or will it help fund families that are already part of the program?
An additional, on average, about 83 families is how we calculated it based on what we give on an average to an average child each. So yeah, it's exciting. 83 more children, and you know, it's a time where families are struggling just with food insecurity, perhaps childcare costs and things like that. So it's perfect timing for us to be able to serve more families.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming out on location here at the Crayon Child Care Center. We're very, very happy to really get a first-hand look at the difference this makes in the lives of our families in Lincoln. Thank you all.